Lord Rothschild, or Rothschild, discusses cousin's crucial role in miracle Balfour Declaration. Speaking ahead of the 67-word letters Centenary, Jacob Rothschild describes the historic declaration which paved the way for Israel's existence. By Stephen Oryszczuk, February 8, 2017, 9:47 a.m. The current and fourth Lord Rothschild has described the Balfour Declaration that helped pave the way for the creation of Israel as a miracle and revealed new details about his cousin Dorothea's crucial role. Speaking ahead of the 67-word letters Centenary, they are his first ever public comments on the show of support from then Foreign Secretary Lord Balfour to the second Lord Rothschild, his eccentric Uncle Walter, and were made in a rare TV interview with former Israeli ambassador Daniel Taub as part of the Balfour 100 project. Jacob Rothschild, 80, head of the family's banking dynasty, said the declaration of support for a Jewish homeland in Palestine went through 5 drafts before finally being penned on 2nd of November 1917, adding, "It was the greatest event in Jewish life for thousands of years. A miracle. It took 3,000 years to get to this." The way it was achieved was extraordinary, he said. It was the most incredible piece of opportunism. You had an impoverished would-be scientist, Chaim Weizmann, who somehow gets to England, meets a few people, including members of my family, seduces them. He has such charm and conviction. He gets to Balfour, and unbelievably, he persuades Lord Balfour and Lloyd George, the Prime Minister, and most of the ministers, that this idea of a national home for Jews should be allowed to take place. I mean, it's so unlikely. The letter changed the course of history for the Middle East and the Jewish people, said Taub, who interviewed Rothschild at Waddesdon Manor in Buckinghamshire, a country pile bequeathed to the nation by the family in 1957, where the declaration is kept. It was written to Walter Rothschild, a naturalist and collector who was first and foremost interested in ornithology, the study of birds, said Jacob, and a deeply eccentric man who rode around Tring Park on giant tortoises and whose carriage was pulled by zebras. Walter only became interested in Zionism in later life, but Rothschild said he had been deeply committed to Israel since the 1960s and have been there every year since. However, he said, his family at the time was divided on the idea of Israel, noting that some members didn't think it was a good thing that this national home be established there. He also revealed for the first time the role of his cousin, Dorothy de Rothschild, who acted as a critical go-between while still in her teens. Describing her as devoted to Israel, Rothschild said, what she did, which was crucially important, was to connect Weizmann to the British establishment, and extraordinarily she told Weizmann how to integrate, how to insert himself into British establishment life, which he learned very quickly. Her letters, which are stored at Waddesdon, detail her later dealings with a range of Zionist leaders and her advice on the organisation of the Zionist Conference, and Rothschild said she had a profound effect on him, introducing him to Israel and the family's philanthropic foundation in 1962.